Going on a road trip with someone you don't want to be with is, in my head, is like one of the worst scenarios. You better love the person you're on a road trip with, and these two do not get along. So, but it's kind of fun to watch as as the movie progresses. They kind of find their relationship again, and I think they both kind of grow up in their own way, which is kind of the fun of it, and I think it's also what's kind of sweet about it. Ben and I, a billion times while we were actually shooting it, always said, is this real? Is it too much? And usually we kind of would walk that line, but always made sure we stayed kind of on the reality side of it. It makes it funnier to me. I think as long as something's real, it's more embarrassing for the audience. The stakes are higher. You feel for the people. And that's really my goal, is to just make people uncomfortable and embarrassed. That's what my job is, to make you super uncomfortable. It's an angle I've been working in my early 20s. I thought, I'm going to meet a guy. I'm going to meet him in some kind of unattractive wig, wearing bad pants at a weird theater in LA. I'm going to marry him and hope he will eventually direct a movie, which I get to be in. And it took almost 15 years, but I got it. It worked out. I think Tammy's really funny. I think it's that great kind of, sometimes you think, oh God, please don't do that, please don't do that. And then I think it shifts from, sometimes you're so glad you're not her, or you know her, or sometimes you get into the really bad realm of, oh God, I think that could be me. Like it's a good mix of all of that kind of stuff, but it's really funny. I mean, when it comes down to it, it's like it makes Ben and I laugh really hard, and we've seen it 930,000 times, and it still makes us laugh. And I think, I don't know, that's a pretty good thing. If you can see it that many times, it still makes you laugh. Susan is by far one of the most interesting people I have ever met in my life. She has the greatest stories of anyone, I think. And she's really funny, and she's a great improviser. It's like things that you don't necessarily think with all her dramatic work and great work, and she's done everything, but she's kind of so wildly smart, and she's really funny that, you could say and throw anything at Susan, and something funny and smart comes back. There's so much great comedy in this movie, and there's so many great actors that we had a funny thing happen that the first time, I think Ben and I were together, and the first time we said the list of everybody in it, we said, Susan Sarandon, Kathy Bates, Sandra Oh, Mark Duplass, Dan Aykroyd, Gary Cole, Toni Collette, Nat Faxon. And as we were doing it, the person we were talking to was kind of like, and I think it was the first time I hadn't said them all out loud, and about halfway through, someone's like, oh, I thought you were kidding. Like, I thought you were actually kidding, because it's like the hits keep coming. Like, it's so much goodness, and it all just kind of weirdly meshed together and worked perfectly. But yeah, the person we first told was like, is that your wish list? Because you're never going to get all those people. And we're like, we got them. The whole process of making it and seeing it from the start all the way to the end was so wildly fun. Like, it was just, I don't know, like every day I thought I would be more nervous, or I thought maybe we'll be tense because it's our first movie, and I don't know, something about how everyone clicked, the crew, the cast. It was a really light, goofy kind of set, and it's a bunch of funny people doing funny things, and then you throw improvising in there, and you don't even know what's going to come out of somebody's mouth, and then all of a sudden we're having a conversation as these characters that like nobody thought we were going to have, and I don't know, that just makes for a pretty ridiculously fun day. That's not a bad day at work by any stretch.